Welcome back, Quagram here, and welcome back to Behind the White Creepest. Yeah, so I'm down here in the ruins. That is the tiny section here of the ruins. It's going to be a lot more, a lot more, but that'll wait until the next batch of episodes. Or maybe done after that, we'll see about how the production goes. As for this episode, I have a plan. So, yeah, as you can see, because of what's up in the top left corner, I am in a replay mod recording. Because I want to capture this, because I'm going to make some significant changes to the ruins. Some really significant changes, which you probably already have seen because, well, the entry will come up before this one. Yeah, I am going to reinforce the roof and walls, especially around the hole here. Clean up a little bit here and there. Yeah. And add a ladder here. Then I'm going to make some sort of cover above the hole to make it a bit more weather resistant, protecting the ruins. So I suppose if things go according to plan, there should be a time lapse of this. So yeah, I'll just get started and enjoy. And hello, future Quagram here. So as I was working on editing, Monocon suggested to me that I should try to talk more during these long time lapses. So I'm gonna do some commenting while these combined approximately 8 minutes long clips with time lapses run by. So yeah. So right now you're watching me set up all those supports for these ruins in this corridor. Yeah. So at this point I wasn't sure about putting lots of nails in them, and of course there's this camera glitch which got really bad this time, going twice around. I didn't notice that before watching it during the preview of the rendering, which by that time I would have to go all the way back to try to fix those problematic keyframes and hope that replay mod wouldn't crash from it, which I give about a 70% chance it would, given how often it does when I try to fix stuff. So yeah, in these behind the scenes clips like this, I just, unless it's too severe, I just leave those fuck ups, if you allow that kind of word, to just stay in. I mean, it's not as important as the journal episodes. Well, at this point I am finished with the supports, as far as that is anyway. Now building the the stairwell, which involves some what was the word again? Scaffolding. Some very simple scaffolding with some ladders. While doing that, I also make sure to redistribute the rubble there, because it didn't just disappear, did it? You saw it, I had to flatten it out. So I simply moved it. Okay, so we are now nearing the end of this clip. Just a few more seconds. So you see me getting ready to make the ladders. And as I am going up, yeah, you'll soon see the transition. And hello, the surface. So, yeah, at this point, I wanted to make something with at least a roof. I needed some kind of covering. I had an idea for maybe building a house. So the end result I got here, I'm not entirely satisfied with it because well, it looks more like a shack that some poor guy is living in, more than an entrance to a ruin. But I think I'm just gonna attribute that to my character being well, very ignorant in what kind of suitable building fits what. Yeah, that's the explanation I'm gonna go with, even though not quite sure, to be honest. So yeah, in this original build, as I explained later in this episode, I made it too perfect. That is too few flaws in the building. Although when I do add those details that you will see in a later clip after the time lapses, I think I may have overdone it. Well, of course you already seen it in the journal entries, so... But yeah, so I built that simple shack. And then, of course, there was adding all those details, so yep, all those grey things are indeed nails. And here's the inside. So, yeah, this clip takes care of all the finer inside details. And yeah, I think this is yeah, half the runtime maybe. I don't quite recall how long this lasted, but I surprised myself when I looked through the timeline, because yeah, the reports were constructed quickly, more quickly than I anticipated. But yeah, also the flooring, the very whole coverage is a bit more solid than the end result, as you may have noticed. So that's a thing I have to go back on. But yeah, so here you see me putting in some nails. I decided to go a bit wiser and just use oversized blocky nails for this part. I think I should have used that on the shack on the surface. So I think that may have been better, but I'm not quite sure, since yeah, those wood blocks are also much thinner. So not quite sure how that would have looked like. But yeah, as for down here with those thick, bulky support beams, I think it works with those thick, huge nails. This was partly inspired by one of Carissa Noir's underground builds. I think it was the ones he made in Softcraft. I'm not quite sure. Yeah. So yeah, we're now back on the surface, and this is where I got an idea for building some more realistic dirt trails and well, stairs. So as you see later in this episode, I refined it and was able to, well, mass produce them. But yeah, here you see me constructing the initial trails. And yeah, all these got replaced by the final design that I came up with. So it's a lot of chisel bits action there. But yeah, that's it for the time lapses. So I leave you with past program. Goodbye. And I am back. So what do you think? Cleaned up a bit of rubble, as you might have seen in the time lapse, and built some supports pretty much everywhere. Try to keep it as amateurish as possible, but honestly, to purposely build bad is about as difficult as to purposely build good. We need to think about things. So I'm not sure how bad this looks, if it looks bad enough. But at least it looks sturdy enough, somewhat. Yeah, might need a little bit here, a little bit there. Might be a few more details I need to do, but I'm almost ready to start do the filming for entry number 10. Technically it's episode, but yeah, terminology. Yeah, so got all the supports up. Might support a little bit more here, but it's going down anyway, so it's a bit tricky. So yeah, there's that. So if I go up here, you see that I also have other supports for a platform up here, where the entrance to the ruin is. Going through here. See a safe spot to stand on as you enter. Oh, there, we got lighting. That's not good for recording. Yeah. So that means I should probably just try to keep this door closed. And just wrap it up. So yeah, as you can see, I made some changes to the trail outside, facing out the vanilla trail with some chisel bits thing there. Yeah. With that, I need to finish up the rest of the trail, so none of the old vanilla trail will be visible in the filming. Yeah, once I've gotten the hang of that, it shouldn't be too hard. And with that, with all that done, I will finally be ready for entry number 10. And after that, after that filming, I will be needing to get ready with entry number 11, which will feature something different, but hopefully a bit faster to complete, since that will involve these pieces of rubble over here, these artifacts, which I will retrieve and move up to some sorting / collection area, where I will study them, figure out what's inside them, and yeah. Anyways, I will be back in a couple of seconds. Maybe with some clips on the filming of episode 10, or if not, I'll see you with the preparations for number 11. Alright, see ya. And I'm back. So yeah, it's been a while since the last recording. Had a few technical issues and had a serious case of a writer's block, so yeah. But things are going well, and I'm now just gonna do all the recordings for the next 3 episodes. That is episodes 10, 11 and 12, which means that this behind the scenes episode comes out just after episode 12, if things goes according to plan. And there's one more change that you may have noticed in those episodes? Yeah, you may have noticed that my hand is a little bit changed from before. That's because I got a new skin. Yay! Okay, so the thing is that I wanted a well, a end card or end screen or something for my episodes. So I went out and found an artist who was willing to do this for pay though, so this wasn't free stuff. So yeah, she made something interesting. A nice end card that at this point has not been finished just yet, but I've seen an early sketch. But one thing she did with that sketch of hers, yeah, she redesigned my character in a rather significant way. But I liked it, so in order to stay consistent, I had to update my own skin to match it. Okay, can you... Yeah, I'm not sure if you heard that, but... Yeah, there's chickens outside my window. Yeah, it's a weird place I live in. Okay. So, yeah. You probably already seen that, seen both my new skin and that end screen, since it will probably be all finished by the time the episodes come out. But yeah, I need some new recordings for these episodes. So I made a change in here as well. So yeah, I got myself a Bibliocraft study desk. So it clashes a little bit in design with my Chosen Bit style study desk, but yeah, I just need it for the effect. Alright, and I also got a bookshelf here. So with that, I'm going to do a recording of me sitting here and just pretend to study. Alright, gonna do that, and I'll see you just a couple of moments after after I have done this. And at that point I will be preparing the next part. Alright, see you in a little while. Alright, now with that done, the next part is going to be me walking along this path into the entrance shack here. Alright. And then I'm going to play with this hammer and make sure everything is fastened alright. It's going to be simple enough. And the recording after that, I'm going to have myself walk from here and into the shack and be about to go down, but then something happens, which requires some tricky editing, because yeah, I'm gonna show you what I'm going to intend to do, because you've probably already seen it. Got two different designs of this particular part here. So if I replace it with this, yeah, then I get a nasty hole, which I'm supposed to fall through. But of course, due to the nature of Minecraft physics and the way JSON bits are created, I can't physically fit through this hole. Even though I would clearly look like I would at least fit with my bottom half, I don't. So technically, I am hovering now. Yeah, I'm hovering. See, the camera doesn't have any problem with this. So in order to make this work, I'll just have to make a jump cut. So that will be 3 recordings. Yeah, but first I need to reset the day. Again, as I often do. Alright, I'll be back once I have done those recordings. And yeah, I'll see you in a few seconds. Okay, I think I have done all my recordings now, so I think all that's left to do is just the editing. So, as in case you haven't caught it, and really you should have, considering, well, you must have watched the entries. I have here the trapped iron golem, whom I'm at some point going to reactivate, and see how that story goes. Yeah, not quite sure exactly what episode, what entry he will come back to life, but it will happen. Yeah. And I suppose I could give you a sneak peek of what's behind this golem right now. As you can see, I have been digging. So, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot more to be developed behind this rubble. We'll see how I make that in the entries. Anyways, unless I find it necessary to have some recordings from the editing itself, then this will be the end of this episode. If not, well, we'll see you then. Anyways, this has been Quagram. Thank you for watching, and of course, feel free to leave any feedback. I really want some feedback. So, with that, yeah, Quagram out. And I am back. So, all the editing is done. And, yeah, I didn't make any recording of the editing process, because as I mentioned in the previous behind the scenes episode, yeah, making recordings of that can be really tricky. Yeah, so before I say thank you for watching, there's a couple of things I'd like to mention first. First off, I would like to officially credit Carolina Abrantes. It's a weird name, but that's just how things are. Yeah, she was the one who created the end card you see after my videos now, and who designed the very skin I'm using right now. So yeah, she does pretty good work, and for fair prices, so check her out. I will, if I remember to, leave her webpage and social media accounts or something in the description, at least the ones she linked me. And the music you hear at the end card is a remix of Flying Free, which you can find on the YouTube music library, and was remixed by Dewey Miner. So yeah, things are really coming together. So with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching this behind the scenes episode, and I hope you enjoyed it, despite the fact that there was a lot of time-lapse footage, which maybe I will edit down since there was a lot of it. But yeah. So with that, yeah, I guess there's only one thing to say. Please leave any comments in the comment section. Any feedback would be really good to have. And yeah, Quagram out.